Hey guys. So I believe I am live now. Okay, awesome. Sorry for the little delay, technical difficulties. I'm just double checking that I'm actually live on Facebook. I'm on Zoom so that I can share my screen and you guys can see what I'm up to. Okay, awesome. I'm live. Okay, so today I'm here, and I have very little time, but I'm here to talk about my this how to write the perfect blog post. And if you give me a second here, I'm going to share my screen, and I have this PDF that I've been working on to share with you, and it will be a quick overview. Give me one second here. Okay. All right, back to this, back to showing my screen. Here we are. Awesome. So today we are talking about how to write the perfect blog post, and I would like to share some tips that I have from over 10 years of blogging. I have been blogging over at Supton.com. That is my blog. If you haven't checked it out, I'd love for you to check it out and tell me what you think. Blogging is something that's so near and dear to my heart. So when I talk about this topic, I just light up. I get so excited. This is really my passion. It's something I'm very passionate about. So, having said that, let me share with you who I am in case you're new. In case you're new to me. So, my name is Suki Eleuterio. I am a blogger and an entrepreneur. Here are some things about me that you might not know about. And hold on a second. Let me just close some of my tabs here so that my mom must come to give me some food. Moms always have to care about food, which is good. Okay, so here's some things that you might not know about me. First thing, like I said, is I am a blogger and a writer, but you might not know that I am an award-winning blogger and writer. My blog, Supton.com, has won 2 awards. It won for the National Federation of Press Women. One of my blog posts won for that. And the entire blog won an award from the South Florida Bloggers Union a couple of years ago. My writing has also won awards from local awards to national awards. And so writing is something that I've always loved. Ever since I was young, I used to write poetry. I always loved writing kind of short stories or short tales. I love anything with a moral or with some departing advice. So writing and blogging is something that's so near and dear to my heart. My home is a creative mess. That's another thing you might not know about me. A lot of people think they see me on social media, so they assume that my life is put together or perfect or, like, you know, as some people say, a masterpiece. It is not. My home is often a creative mess. My husband hates it, but somehow within that mess, I'm able to create a lot more. I'm learning to deal with my mess a little bit better and to organize my mess a little bit better as I get older. But at least I've come to terms with the fact that I'm probably always going to be somewhat of a creative mess. And lastly, I never ever wear matching socks. I like it that way. I just believe that socks are not meant to be in pairs. I believe that socks are just meant to be whatever you can grab. I'm going to share this out. Hold on a second. I'm going to share this so people can see that I'm live. Hold on. Okay. All right. Why am I into blogging? I am into blogging because, like I said, it is my self-expression, it's my creation, it's the way that I process the world. When I am blogging, I just feel like I can kind of take in the world and breathe it in and digest it. I'm able to process it, like I said. And it's so much fun. I've been doing it since 2010. And now, all these years later, I only blog maybe once a month, maybe once every 2-3 months, but I still get traction. I'm getting traction on blog posts that I've written back in 2012, right? And people are still reading that. Because when you build evergreen content, which is what I'm going to talk to you about today, when you build content that people can read over and over and over again, they're always going to keep coming back. And for example, I have a blog post that I wrote on Audrey Hepburn and My Fair Lady. And it is one of my most popular blog posts to this day, because I talk about 5 things that you didn't know about the making of My Fair Lady. And people just love that blog post. It's got nothing to do with anything else that I post about now, but for some reason it's still my most popular post, one of my most popular posts. What are we going to cover today? So today, in a very, very short period of time, because I'm getting off of this at 11 o'clock on the dot, I have to jump onto another call. In a very short period of time, we are going to cover boom, 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 3 things. First thing is blog writing in your prep work. This is the prep work before you get into the writing itself. So blog writing prep, topic research, and how you can build what it is that what you're building into your blog post yourself. The second thing we're going to cover is SEO, creative tools and techniques that I use when I create the perfect blog post. And when I say the perfect blog post, I say this because some of my blog posts are ranked number 1, page 1 on Google. That says a lot. When you are page 1 on Google, if you think about how many people write blog posts every day, every minute of every day, everyone is publishing, right? How does your voice stand out in the stream of all the noise that everyone's just pounding on the pavement? And I'm going to teach you how to do that. And then lastly, publishing your blog post, getting it out there, getting the word out there, and making it evergreen so that people can, tune in time and time again, watch you, listen to you, read you time and time again, okay? All right, here I am in a beautiful Florida park on my little typewriter. And yes, it's a typewriter. It is a typewriter from the 1950s. I have a love for typewriters. I don't know why. It's a thing. Okay. So when you are prepping your blog, here's what you want to do. The first thing you're going to do is what I call a brainstorm dump, right? If you take the topics of what you'd like to write about, and if you're taking notes, take this down. You want to just let your brain flow. That's why I say the flow of creative energy. You want to maybe go for a walk or go for a run or take a shower or do some yoga. And when you come back, sit, breathe, and just dump all of that creative energy, all of those topics that are coming up, just kind of like dump them into your notebook or your Word document. By the way, notebook, Word document, doesn't matter, but both are different ways of you creatively expressing. So if it feels better in a notebook, do it in a notebook. If it feels better in a Google Doc, do it in a Google Doc. But dump it. Get it all out. Write all the topics, everything that you'd like to write about, all of the big iceberg topics that we can kind of break into littler topics, right? Then you want to look at your analytics. So if you have a blog already, you want to go to your Google Analytics or your Jetpack, if you have a Jetpack, which is a plugin that you can add, and you want to look at what your audience, what your readers are reading about, because it's not just about you and what you want to write about. It's about them and what they want to read about. It's actually more importantly about them than it is about you. So you want to get to know your reader. You want to take a look at what it is that they're coming to you for. Why are they coming to your blog, right? Highlight the top 3 blog posts that are your most popular blog posts. And I'm seeing that some people are on here. Hi, Millie. Hi, Noelle. Hi, Lamorla. Hi, Mark. Nice to see all of you guys. Thank you for joining me. So you want to get to know your reader. And lastly, you want to do some SEO keyword research. So SEO basically means search engine optimization. When I talk about being on page 1 of Google or the number 1 spot on Google, nowadays people can pay for that, right? You have your sponsored ranks on Google, of course. But underneath those top advertising links, you have your top position link. Those blog posts or articles are articles that are actually really, really dense in keywords. So they are keywords that people are looking at on Google. For example, if you're writing a blog post on, for example, let's say breastfeeding, right? You want to take a look at the word breastfeeding and break that into every single word that people are going to be searching for when it comes to breastfeeding. So maybe they're writing breastfeeding and colicky baby. I'm sorry, obviously I'm a new mom, so clearly this is what's on my mind right now. But maybe you're going to write breastfeeding and breastfeeding problems, breastfeeding issues, breastfeeding and newborns, breastfeeding and new moms. You know, so you're going to start looking at all of the different words, and there is a word called, a website called the Google Keyword Research or Google Keyword Planner. You're going to Google that, Google Keyword Planner, take a look, put your keywords in, and see what people are searching for, because that's the kind of words that you want to put into your blog. And I know that feels really inorganic. To me, it always felt really inorganic. So what I do is I write the blog post first, and then I might go in and add some things where I feel like, let me bulk this up, right? And I'm going to get into more details with that as time goes on. Secondly, you want to, hi Iona, hi Maritza, nice to see you guys. Okay, so next I'm going to get into blog writing technique. This is the actual techniques that I use to make the perfect blog post, to make it readable, to make it fun, to make it SEO heavy, to make it to really stand out in the crowd. So what you want to do, once you've chosen your topic at hand, is you want to go into your Google document, or you can do this straight in your WordPress or Squarespace or Wix, whatever it is you're using for your blog content folder, right? And you're going to go in there and you're going to start adding bullet points or your main takeaways. So I say write 5 to 8 main takeaways from your post. Your main topic is how to deal with a colicky baby while breastfeeding, right? Now I'm going to go in there and I'm going to say, okay, boom, boom, boom. These are the 5 things that I want people to take away from this article. Boom, boom, boom. I'm writing that down, right? Now I want to go into my SEO title research. I want to talk about, I have an idea for the title, but just because I say it that way doesn't mean that you're going to research it that way. So if you're looking for a colicky baby, you might not say breastfeeding a colicky baby. You might say challenges of dealing with a colicky baby, or you might say 5 tips on breastfeeding your newborn, or something like that, right? So you want to research your title, and you want to go on Google and see what other people are writing. I love doing this. I love going and seeing how did they say it, because they might say it differently than how I say it, but the way that they say it is going to rank me higher on Google. I feel like I should be paid by Google today with how many times that I've said Google. So you want to do your title research, because that's very important. Hi Terry, nice to see you. So title research is so important because that's how people find you. That's how people find your blog post organically, right? Because they're just looking it up and they're finding you. Within your blog post, you want to add links. You want to add internal links, which are links back to your blog, and you want to add external links, which are links back to highly ranking blog posts. So if I wrote a blog on breastfeeding, I want to go and see what's like the top tier blog or website that talks about breastfeeding. For example, it could be La Leche League, right? And I want to link directly to them, because what Google does when they're analyzing this is they say, oh, look at this person. They're doing their research. They're linking back to high ranking posts. So therefore, this must be credible. It's like writing a term paper. And by the way, I was an English major, so I do have all that English major background and all this cramming of, I can't even tell you how many times I wrote a paper for college within like 10 minutes of when it was due. I was just like writing like a crazy maniac. Like, I got to get this article written. I got to get this essay in, right? Next, you're going to fill in your copy. And we want small bite-sized chunks. So you want, when you're writing your blog post, your paragraph should not be any longer than 3 to 4 sentences. 3 to 4 sentences. That's all you're looking at. These bite-sized chunks are going to be divided into subheadings. People love subheadings. When you go to a blog post and it has no subheadings, immediately I don't want to read it. Like I'm not interested. I walk away. So if you can put your little subheadings in, which are basically your 5 takeaways that you go back up to point 2, right? Put your subheadings in and people will enjoy reading it more. I'm rushing on because I have 7 minutes. Publishing. Once you hit the publish button, you can't just sit on it. You can't just, oh, I've published the blog. Let me sit and hope somebody reads it. Why? They're not going to find it. They don't even know that it was published, right? So within 24 hours of the time that you hit that publish button, you want to get that out into the world in as many ways that you can. First and foremost, the social media is 100% free. Social media is free, so you want to be sharing it on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on everything, right? Then you want to send it out to your email followers. If you don't have an email following, just send it to your friends. Put them all into an email and say, hey, friends, I just published a blog post. Will you like it? Will you share it? Will you comment on it? And if these people are your real friends, they should say, hell yeah, Suki, that's awesome. Let me share this with my people. Let me comment on it. Let me give you my feedback, right? I'm giving you guys a little clue. Friends, hello, share my blog. Kidding. Next, you can use boosting or paid advertising on Facebook or Instagram. I highly recommend more on Facebook. And what you can do is you put the blog out there and then you just add, $15, $20, whatever you'd like. Add like a little bit of money to it so that people actually see it. Because nowadays with Facebook's algorithm, which we can get into a whole nother topic on that, they might not see it. They might not see the blog post that you just put out. So just by putting some money behind it, people will see it. Pinterest is a huge way to get your blog out there. And if you just create a couple of pins, nice shareable pins, and link your blog post onto it, you'll get a lot of traffic from Pinterest. And lastly, you want to share in key groups. So you want to share in like Facebook groups that are specific to what you're talking about, like get into your niche, right? Here are 3 quick takeaways from what we talked about today. 3 quick takeaways. And so jot this down so that you can remember. The first one is, what are 3 topics that I could write about right now with my eyes closed? What are 3 topics that I could write like, this stuff is so natural to me. It's so natural that I could write about it in my sleep. I could write about it with my eyes closed. What are 3 topics you could write about right now? Now let's Google those topics. Let's get down into the nitty-gritty of those topics. You're talking high level. Let's go lower. Let's go really refined. So for example, if you wrote about how yoga has changed your life, that's great, and that's a great overarching topic. But what about if we could get a little bit deeper than that and say, why did yoga change your life? Oh, yoga changed my life because it helped me overcome back pain. Now you're getting more close. Now you're going to Google yoga and back pain. See what I mean? And then you're going to see all the articles that come up. Sit with that, feel that out, and then ask yourself, what am I inspired to write about within this subgenre topic? See? And now you're getting really refined, and you can go into the blogging technique that I just covered a couple minutes ago of how to jot that down, do the pre-planning work, do the writing work. My blog post, when I write a blog post, it's going to take me minimum 3 to 5 hours. I'm not going to get it done in 20 minutes. I'm sorry. For me, there is a creative process. I have to sit with it. I have to feel it. I have to be inspired by it. So I'm not going to do it in 3 to 5 minutes, right? Or 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to do it 3 to 5 hours, right? Lastly, here, I have a blogging mentorship that I'm opening up again. It's 5 weeks. It's for newbie bloggers. That's if you don't have a blog, or you're just starting, or you've always been wanting to write a blog, but you just haven't had the push, the little, that's what I'm really good at. I'm really good at giving you this little push to just get it done. Because, hey, don't dream about it, do it. Don't dream it, do it, right? Do it now. Or what I call the bloggerific, which is somebody who already has a blog, but maybe you've just been kind of sitting with this blog and you're like, what do I do with it? How do I get it to really lift off, right? This is 5 weeks together. I'm going to teach you about SEO and keywords. I'm going to help you overcome some of your fears of blogging and sharing your voice. I'm going to give you the techniques, the basics, and we're going to build your following to really get that blog into the blockbuster that I know it is. Wow, I went over so much topic and so many topics in such a short amount of time. So I really invite your questions. I'd love for you to write it in the comments right now. Tell me what you're thinking, what's coming up for you, what you're feeling. If you enjoyed this, give me your feedback too, and let me know why you enjoyed it. You can connect with me on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter. Like I said, my blog is soupton.com. And this is just something I'm really inspired by and feel passionate about. So whether you want to do the mentorship with me or not, even if you're just interested in chatting about blogging, please reach out to me, because I love hearing from fellow bloggers and fellow writers and fellow spiritualists like me. If you're interested in the spiritual world, I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings about that. So it is now almost exactly 11. I have to jump onto that next call. This will be available for 48 hours. 48 hours only, and then I'm taking it down. So enjoy it. If you need to watch the replay, enjoy the replay. And then I will also put in the comments section how you can sign up for the blogging mentorship with me, because like I said, this is something I'm really passionate about, and I just led a couple of other ladies on this beautiful journey. And if we work together, I'll show you these beautiful blogs that have come out, just breathed in from their energy, from their passion. Let's create together. The light in me bows the light in you. Namaste, namaste. Have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.